Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a wrap-up video of what I knotted and what I listened to while I was knotting those bracelets for the months of May and June. So let's jump into it. The first book I read or listened to was Red Sparrow by Jason Matthews. I gave it 3 out of 5. It was a lot more in-depth and drawn out than I thought it would be. It wasn't super exciting like I would expect a spy novel to be. I had to make simple bracelets while I was listening to this because it was so easy to get distracted, just how drawn out this book really was. So I made this cute little fishbone pattern. It's very Eastery, which I didn't really realize until partway through that my colors were so Eastery. But I mean, it turned out cute. If you guys are wondering though, definitely suggest reading the book over watching the movie, which is what I tried to do when I made this one. I tried the movie, wasn't really into it, completely different than the book. But you may recognize this pattern because I used it to make a tutorial later in the month because I really enjoyed it. So the next book I jumped into was Storm Cursed by Patricia Briggs. I gave it 4 out of 5 because I love this series. Honestly, love it. It's probably book 10 or 11 in the Mercy Thompson series, and it went hand in hand with this alpha bracelet because I loved this. I used this for my two-tone alpha tutorial, just these little skeletons, and it made that book go by so quick. The Mercy Thompson series is a werewolf series, so if you're into fantasy, it's got some witches, werewolves, kind of a mix of everything, and they're really quick, really easy to get into. They're not super sophisticated books, but they're really fun. Which I guess is kind of a downfall because I'm not sure how I like this bracelet. And this is the last bracelet I made while I was listening to this book. And I don't know if the spaces, like the carrying the strings thing, is worth it. I don't know if I had maybe curled the strings more, if it would have looked better. But the color combo's cute. Book 3 I read was Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. And oh my gosh, 5 out of 5. High fantasy, loved it. First book I've ever read by her. I've downloaded more, which is super exciting because I also made my favorite pattern ever while listening to this. Or I should say I finished it because I started this bracelet a long time ago. Look at the back of that. Like, look at all the color changes. I love looking at the back of Big Alphas. I just think it looks so cool. And I made this into a bookmark, I guess, not really a bracelet because I don't think it would look good as a bracelet, but it is a stunning pattern. I love it so, so much. And I needed to follow that up, all those color changes, with something simple. So I made this Zig-Zag stripe bracelet, which there is a tutorial for on my channel, which I will definitely link in the cards here. But honestly, guys, if you're looking for a high fantasy novel, Spinning Silver, 10 out of 10 recommend. Which I also made this to, which is the exact same pattern as that blue and green one earlier. This is the one I actually made for the video. So I start the video, I pause to finish the length of the thing, listen to the book, and come back to tie off with you guys. Book 4 that I read was The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I gave it 4 out of 5. I liked it a lot more than I thought. My mom had always told me she didn't like Margaret Atwood when they had read it in school, but I guess that goes hand in hand with how I feel about this original pattern and the book. They kind of left me hanging. Orcas are my favorite animal, and this original pattern didn't have the little dorsal fin on it, and orcas are part of a dolphin family and they have a dorsal fin, so I had to add it in. But that's kind of like the book. The book just really left me hanging. I know the author's intent was that you weren't supposed to know how it actually ended, but that irks me so much. So following an alpha, I generally, as you can kind of tell, like to make something simple. So I went ahead and made this cute little fishbone. The color palette I got from colorlovers.com. People have suggested I watch the TV show for Handmaid's Tale. You guys let me know what you think. I'm not huge into TV, so let me know if it's worth it. I made this pattern as well, which I really, really love. This is going to be another simple go-to pattern for me. The color palette, again, was from colorlovers.com, and I love how it turned out. I made that on a long road trip along with that fishbone bracelet. And the next one was the final one I made on that same trip, and it's just a little bordered chevron here. I stole the colors for this one from my box of Lush stuff that I got when I was in the city, and it's kind of plain, but I was looking for something simple to make. Didn't listen to anything while I was knotting that one though. The last book I read though was Burn What Will Burn by C.B. Mackenzie, and honestly, I wanted to like this book. The description sounded so good, and I'm not sure if it was the narrator or the story, but I didn't like it. Like 2 out of 5. And I guess that goes hand in hand, coincidentally, with this bracelet. I wasn't sure if I would like it or not, and I finally made a rag pattern, and I don't like it. I do not like the way it came out. I do not like the way it looks, so I probably won't make another one. But if you guys want to see a tutorial on the rag style, let me know. Then I got into Kumihimos. Tutorial coming. But that one was cute. It turned out just kind of snowy. But this one is probably one of my favorites this month. That's why it's on my wrist. It's just bright and colorful, and I like how it turned out. Really simple. Against that black, though, it looks so good. This next one, though, I think is my favorite Kumihimo that I made this month. And it's just this cute little flower pattern. I took the colors directly from the pattern as it was posted on friendship-bracelets.net. And I just really like how it turned out. I haven't put it on yet because I don't want to have baby spit up on it and ruin it. So I'm saving it. Same as the orcas. And this one, the colors looked cute on the bobbins side by side, but I don't really like how it turned out. It just kind of fell flat for me, and I'm not sure if it was the pattern's fault or if it was the color choice, but it's just something's not jiving for me there. But these are all the bracelets I made this month. This ship one was definitely my favorite by far, like kind of a no-brainer. But other than that, I really loved this orca one. Kind of biased because they're my favorite animal, but I thought it was really cute. So that concludes my quick wrap up. If you guys have any patterns you want to see potentially in next wrap ups, link them down below. Let me know. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye.